So our question 3 was, using the component method, find the resultant of the following displacement: 2 meters at an angle of 40 degrees and 4 meters at an angle of 127 degrees. The angles being taken relative to positive x-axis. Okay? So we find when they're talking about displacement, it's the same as the resultant. Find the resultant. So here we are finding the resultant again. We are going to name this as vector A. Okay? We are going to name this as vector A, this as vector B. As simple as that. So we need to resolve each vector into x and y component. Let's start with A. So AX, or you can do this, guys. I want you to be professional. You say, let 4 meters be equal to, let 4 meters be equal to A, and 2 meter, or we are starting with 2 meters, right? You are telling them what to do. Let 2 meters be equal to A and 4 meters be equal to B. So that you have already, this is more like a key. So they will be following that. Oh, okay. This person said A should be 2, B should be 4. Now resolve these vectors into x and y component. So AX will be equal to, then you start A cos theta. AX will be equal to, my vector A is what? 2. Because what is our theta? Here is just direct. The angle is here. Is 40. So what will be AX? 2 cos 40. What's the answer? 1.53. It's in meters. I'm done. What of AY? AY is A sine theta, which is 2 sine 40. AY will be equal to 2 sine 40. Are you still here? Oh, I'm talking around 1.29 meters. You are still here, right? Resolve B. Find the resultant. What answer did you, I believe this one you did it correct. I don't think you made a mistake for this one. Nor you didn't submit the solutions for this question.
Sir, I had trouble finding the answers.
Oh, okay, then let's find. Let's resolve B. Bx will be equal to B cos theta. What is B? Is 4. The angle, in this case, we have been told that these angles were already measured from positive x-axis. There is nothing like to do with it. It's just to get the same one. In fact, here they have even told you to say this angle is starting from this point. This is x-axis, positive, all the way until where the vector is 127. Put 127 there. So 4 cos 127 negative 2.41. What of by? So by is b sine theta, which is 4 sine 27. You write the formula like the way we have done it here. Don't just do shortcuts like the way I'm doing it here. No, you do it like the way we were doing it there. You understand? 4 sine 127 is giving me 3.19. Confirm. Confirm. Those having calculators. My rx will be ry, or will be ax, sorry, plus bx. So ax is 1.53, bx is negative 2.41. Therefore rx is 1.53 minus 2.14. I'm getting next 0.88. Let me put it here. Rx is negative 0.88. What are the possible quadrant where we can find R, the resultant in this case? The possible.
Second quadrant.
Second quadrant. Only second quadrant? The possible meaning there are two. Okay, we only have x in this case. The possible quadrant where we can find this is what? AY is 1.29, BY is 3.19, RY will be 1.29 plus 3.19. So I'm getting 4.48. RY is now positive. What will be the conclusion? It's in which quadrant? Second quadrant. So my resultant of this vector will be Rx squared, Ry squared. Believe me here, nothing will be difficult, but we'll have Ry is negative 0.88 squared plus 4.48 squared. I expect my resultant to be 0.88 squared plus 4.48 squared. The answer I'm getting now, the square root is 4.55. So you can just leave it in one decimal place, which can give you 4.6, right? It's fine. Even like that is okay. Looking at this is just 2. So if you want, anyway, you can just leave it like the way it is. It's fine. Or 4.56. No one is going to penalize you. The direction. We have concluded that it's in the second quadrant. So theta will be equal to, I told you, ignore any negative you are going to see. So Ry is 4.48 divided by 0.88, like that. So shift tan, open bracket, 4.48, we divide it by 0.88. I cross the brackets. I'm getting 78.8, which is the same as 78.9 degrees. Now, after finding the angle, we have discovered that this angle falls in the first quadrant. Sorry, in the second quadrant. What did I say about second quadrant when you find the angle? Those who can remember what I said?
You add 180 to the angle.
Oh, you add 180 to the angle. That's for the third quadrant.
180 minus the answer that you found.
Yes. 180 minus the angle. So here you need to be careful. If the angle falls in the first quadrant, like the way we have solved it, 78, that's the answer. You leave it like that. If it is in the first quadrant. If it falls in the second quadrant, you say 180 minus the angle you have found. In the third quadrant, 180 plus the angle you have found. Don't plug in negative here. Ignore any negative. If it falls in the fourth quadrant, 360 minus the angle you have found. In this case, it is in the second quadrant. I'll say 180 minus 78.9. So 180 minus 78 minus 78.9, I'm getting 71.1. But wait, oh, 180. I wanted to be shocked because I'm getting 71, because 71 can't be in the second quadrant. It is in the first quadrant. So definitely I'm able to know here to say no, I've made a mistake, because I punched 150 instead of 180. So I said 150 minus 78.9. It gave me 71.1, of which I know that 71, it is in the first quadrant. So it can't work out. Then I need to check my working. Say no, I've made a mistake. So 180 minus 78.9. Yes, 101.1. 101.1 degrees. It is indeed in the second quadrant. That's my answer. Who can remember this question? Who can remember this question? It came in what? Guys, so you can't remember this question? Okay. I know you have solved this question before. So for those who solved this question, did we get it right?
Yes.
You are sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you are sure, then that's perfect. Now let's do this. A lot of people, they got it correct, 4.55. Quite okay. But they didn't manage to find the direction, because the question say it didn't ask about the direction. They will never, if you're going to see a question where they ask you to say find the magnitude and the direction, then you are very lucky. But they'll just tell you to say what is the resultant. That's all. What's the magnitude? But you know that a vector can't stand alone without the direction. So like this one, I don't know her name, she just sent the answer as 4.55. If it's 10 marks, you have gotten 5. So you always find the direction.